Ukraine is developing effective strikes on occupied Crimea, destroying both enemy infrastructure and extensive air defense systems, but there are still many military resources left on the peninsula. This was stated in an interview with Ukrainian Radio by military expert and founder of the Reactive Mail organization, Pavlo Narozhny. According to him, in Crimea over the past year, two major achievements can be noted. First of all, this is the destruction of the largest oil depot in Simferopol by drones. This is an important point, because when we talk about destroying bases somewhere in the Ryazan, Rostov, Bryansk regions, these bases can be restored relatively easily. But in Crimea, it is much more difficult. Yes, storage containers can be delivered there by rail across the bridge, but such rolling stock with a huge amount of diesel or other oil products will be a very good target. Another way is by sea, but let's remember about sea drones. Therefore, it will be much more difficult to return a destroyed oil depot in Crimea to working order than in continental Russia. Narozhny explained. The second point, according to him, is the destruction of a huge number of air defense, missile defense systems in Crimea, in particular the S-300 and S-400. He noted that there are approximately 50 to 55 S-400 systems in Russia, so each such system destroyed is simply a huge blow to their ability to repel our missile attacks. At the same time, he noted that there are still many military targets left in Crimea. Crimea is now a truly huge testing ground. The entire coastline there is fortified. A huge number of air defense, missile defense systems have been brought in. There is still a huge amount of aircraft at the Saki military airfield. We have hit Saki many times and successfully destroyed equipment and infrastructure there, but all the same, this aircraft is still working there. There is still work to be done there. That is, there are military units, arsenals, airfields, and so on, literally at every step, the expert concluded. Recently, during a battle in the Black Sea near Cape Tarkankut in the temporarily occupied Crimea, a Russian Mi-8 helicopter was destroyed as a result of the use of R-73 Sea Dragon missiles. Another Russian helicopter was damaged by fire and managed to land damaged. Recently, it was reported online that a drone damaged the Russian vessel Fedor Uryupin, which was in a bay near the village of Chernomorskoye.
French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot and German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock met in Damascus on Friday with Ahmad al-Shara, the leader of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, the Islamist former insurgent group that is now the de facto ruling party in Syria. The meeting was part of the first visit to Syria by top diplomats from European Union countries following the overthrow of President Bashar Assad by opposition rebels. Barrot, who began his visit Friday with a meeting with Christian religious leaders in Damascus, said in a statement on the social media platform X that the two countries want to promote a peaceful and urgent transition in the service of Syrians and for regional stability. Baerbock said there can be a political new beginning between Europe and Syria only if the new Syrian society gives all people, regardless of ethnic or religious group, a place in the political process, as well as rights and protection. Since Assad's ouster in a lightning offensive by opposition forces, Damascus has experienced a flurry of visits from Arab and Western countries that had cut off relations with Assad's government during the country's nearly 14-year civil war. However, Western countries have so far not lifted sanctions placed on Syria under Assad or removed the designation of HTS as a terrorist group, although the United States lifted a $10 million bounty it had previously placed on al-Shara.